J.I.Z.Z.L.E.R back again.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the Halo Reach series. Listen, it has been a long while since I made one of these videos, and I am deeply sorry about that. I didn't actually pay attention to it, but I've realized that my last Halo video was made back in January. I have made 8 consecutive Doom videos since then, and I have to admit that during this time I haven't played Halo once, so I'm a little bit rusty.
Incoming!
Might want to hold on to something.
To be honest, my skills aren't rusty anymore. They are worse. They are so much worse. My skills are so rusty that they are straight up, they're just breaking apart and decomposing at this point. Thankfully, I practiced before recording, and during that practice run, I could only do 3 things reliably. Move, look, and shoot, because those are the only controls that overlap between Halo and Doom. At least, the only controls to my knowledge. I was relying on Cat for help. Cat, the same cat that willingly drives straight off the map the moment she gets in the driver's seat of a warthog. I eventually opted out of relying on Cat and started shooting everywhere until something died, because either way I was getting 0 kills, so it didn't really matter, except one was more entertaining. The second run was a lot better, and I could reliably use the controls again. Then, on the third run, I recorded the actual playthrough for this video, but that's not where the story ends, because the next day I started something new that I've never done before. For the past 5 days, I've been playing Halo Reach on Legendary difficulty. No breaks, no pausing the game, no speed running skips, and no researching how to defeat enemies and stuff. For this mission, I've discovered a spot where you can cheat the game and finish one of the objectives stupidly easily. It's at the second anti-air gun when you've got to explode it, and right when you come out of the tunnel to the area where you can see the gun, there will be a platform right in front of you. With there's a crashed warthog on it. Go to the left side with the destroyed columns and metal beams and jump across them to the platform and use the warthog's turret to shoot the anti-air gun. Fire specifically at the glowing vent things, and within literal seconds it will blow up. It's the easiest cheat ever, and it's probably been discovered before, but I really don't care, because, I learned it without research, and so far it's boosted the speed of my run by at least a little bit. Still not faster than the par time, but, I'm getting there. Anyway, for storytime today, we're going to talk about a little email that YouTube sent me the other day. So about 2 weeks ago, YouTube gave me a quick little notice explaining that I had lost access to advanced features. They said the reason I lost access was because of my lack of channel history, but I'm pretty sure I've got sufficient history. I don't know, but it feels like everywhere on the internet says the exact same thing about how long it takes up to build up channel history. I'm not sure, but I think it's 2 months? I've been on this platform for how long? But anyway, yeah, I kept reading, and then I read the message fully instead of just glancing over the email, and I noticed this. Okay, I'm sorry, what? When did this happen? What video? You've got to be more specific, YouTube. I'm pretty sure I've broken the guidelines before I knew what they were. And I broke the guidelines more than once. Just look at my old memes for like a solid 10 seconds, and you'll see how and understand why. But how would those old videos be affecting me now? The only time I've even remotely broken something similar to a community guideline, to my knowledge, was when some copyright started showing up after I put a copyright-free version of the Imperial March in one of my videos. That wouldn't even matter though, because in the final product, it didn't even detect copyrighted music because I was humming over it in the end because I wanted to try and fix that little thing. I didn't know how I'd broken community guidelines or which one I broke, but I didn't want to reach out to YouTube, so I just suffered in silence. Then a friend in my math class told me that another friend of ours in that same math class, who's also a YouTuber, got something similar. I guess YouTube just might be trying to weed out all the small content creators or something, but yeah, I've regained advanced features since then, thankfully. The original email was essentially a ransom saying that I'd lost advanced features, but there was another part at the bottom that I missed twice that said I could regain access by showing YouTube a form of ID or by sending them another video of me failing to look in the directions that they're telling me to. I sent them the face recognition video thing and regained advanced features within a day or so, but what the hell happened? I really want to know, because I've been making videos consistently for almost a year, and now they're saying I haven't built up as much as 2 months of channel history. And I know that it's not like my videos are like shadow banned or some shit. It's like because of the amount of views they get. They get more views than just like my friends. For more exciting news regarding YouTube, I've actually got to talk about something else that happened. One of my more popular videos got remixed. Now I know that isn't a huge deal to literally anyone who's not a small YouTuber, but for me that's huge. Somebody watching my video in the first place means a lot to me, probably more than it should, but this guy liked it so much they decided to re-upload it. I actually wrote out criteria for when I start telling people that I'm a YouTuber instead of saying that I'm unemployed, and one of those criteria was literally just like someone would have to re-upload a video of mine. But yeah, so I mean, I guess I'm famous now or something. The video itself has a really low frame rate, which I think makes it much funnier, especially considering the actual circumstances, since I recorded the footage on a shitty Xbox and used bottom of the barrel editing software to caption it, but I got like at least 30 frames per second on the final result, and somehow the process of simply remaking the video dropped the frame rate to a crisp 3 FPS. Anyway, I asked the guy why this happened and he has no idea. So yeah, anyway, watch his version. I think it's funnier with a low frame rate, but I honestly might just take his version and remix it to make a low graphics version. You know what? I'll do it right now. Funniest part about all of that is that in the script for this video, the name of that section was literally just doing it section. What was I on when I wrote this? What? This script is, by the way, this script is a catastrophe. If you want to see his version of the video or my absolutely destroyed version, just go to the description. Y'all are adults, you know where that is. Now back to the actual game that I'm supposed to be playing.
We just lost all power. We're going down.
Muscular armor, Spartan!
Brace for a hard landing.
Crew's dead, we shouldn't stay here.
Okay, why is it that in every movie or like fictional media, they always say brace for impact or rough landing or bad landing or something else instead of just saying we're gonna crash? Just say we're gonna crash. It's faster and gets to the point in like a more clear way so people will know the severity and be prepared for the impact. If I was a pilot, I wouldn't be saying brace for a hard landing. I'd be saying we're gonna crash as I fly into the side of a tower. Away from the demonetization territory, we've got to talk about how absolutely dog shit this section is on Legendary. Most of the time I play on normal difficulty for these videos, sometimes easy, and I found that these skirmishers weren't a threat at all. I could fight them super easily, but on Legendary, these guys are, frankly, bullshit. I know that Halo 2 Jackal snipers are a fear unmatched by anything else known to mankind, but these skirmishers aren't a joke either. They can tear through your health really quickly. And you can only start this section with an assault rifle, so you gotta play it really smart. Fun little fact is that I hate this mission, by the way. I hate this mission so much because it shows the beginning of the end. Level 6 is like the turning point where the game really goes from like a war story to a hopeless tragedy. But this mission is like the beginning of that. This is the first time you really get to see a glimpse of that hopelessness without anybody dying yet. You spend so long destroying this one tower, and just as you start celebrating, a giant Covenant ship shows up. Like, this guy is 10 kilometers long. This is a big boy of a ship, and he just destroys the giant human cruiser that blows up the tower. But yeah, I also love this game because of that hopelessness, but that's why it's one of the best Halo games. From the first minute of the game onward, you know you will die. But instead of hopelessness overwhelming you from the start, it slowly creeps in. You'll win a couple times and see that humanity is very capable in certain situations, but over the course of the game, you'll slowly watch your team around you die and the situation become hopeless until all of a sudden, it isn't. The situation shifts from absolutely no hope you're gonna die and turns into a path of sacrifice for the greater good. The moment of this realization is very quick, and it's just like all the death that was actually for something. It wasn't just meaningless. It was all for a cause that could save humanity as a whole. And that singular moment, that turning point, is when you see Cortana sitting in the computer gathering data. It's such good writing, dude. Like the story is so good. They can bring it from a classic action story like most Halo games to a tragedy, to a meaningful story about self-sacrifice in the name of a better future. And they did that in like what, 12 levels? Like 13, like I don't even know. That's like 20 cutscenes, dude. How? That's crazy. They made this game with so much care, and this time they weren't actually restricted by hardware or budget. Halo CE, your budget's really low. Halo 2, hardware's not as good as it could be. Halo 3, that's the first time they really had this chance, and then Halo Reach was like it's like just basically just like they had everything they had for Halo 3, but like in higher quantities. Halo 3 is still better though. That story's amazing. But anyway, yeah. They could have done damn near anything they wanted, but instead of using their high budget and powerful tech to put out like a mediocre game with minimal effort, they did what everyone wanted. They put out a final Halo game and put as much care into it as they could. And it was basically just like a love letter for the community that could be like their final legendary story before they moved on. You know, it's great. It's like, it's a final thing. It's awesome. It's such a good game to be the last game you make. And then Bungie went on and, you know, they made Destiny, and it all went to shit by the second game, and they become the very thing they swore to destroy, basically. Because that's exactly how the gaming industry works. You either die a hero by stopping after your Halo Reach, or you live long enough to become the villain by making a new franchise based on money and high tech instead of care and love.
Get us out of here. Control, this is Noble 1. Spire 1 is green and you're free to engage. Have a nice day.
Copy that, Noble 1. Be advised, all ground units. Frigate 318 Heavy is inbound, and MAC rounds have been authorized.
Mac rounds? In atmosphere?
One way to get their attention. Hang on to your teeth, people.
No, somebody tell me this ain't happening.
UNSC Frigate Grafton, do you copy?
Grafton is dust. We need to get out of here now.
Anyway, that's the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe.